Welcome back, Nintendo collectors. Alex here with another video. Hope you're well, guys. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year party. Hope Santa brought all your presents you wanted. Some videos of you guys out there got some amazing pickups. I don't think I've got anywhere near any of that to compete with. Because at Christmas, normally I just ask for stuff that I need and not stuff that I want. So it's all the boring stuff like aftershave and slippers and socks. That's all I got really. Because I buy all the stuff throughout the year that I want, you know. But it's just nice to have the time off, spend some time with the family. Went up to Scotland to see the other half's family, which was a bit of a trip. And just chilling out, played a few games, obviously. It's nice to do that. Spend a whole sort of day just playing on my DS, which was cool. We'll have a look at that a bit later. Yeah, so it's just nice. This is my last day, so I just thought I'd get a video out, you know. But Christmas is so busy, isn't it, guys? I mean, that's the worst thing about it, just going shopping. You know, it's like the end of the world. Everyone's got to get in there and get as much shopping as possible. You know, the shops are open the next day. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And I had an incident in Waitrose just before Christmas. It was so packed in there, I thought, right, I'm just going to get what I need here, just the essentials, and get out as quickly as I can. I had Isabella with me, and I thought, well, I'll go to the self-scan bit, you know, the little cubicle bits that look like urinals. It's all really tight, and you're squashed in there. You've got some on this side and some on that side, and you're squeezed right in there. You're trying to get all your shopping through the scan into your bags, onto the weighing plate, and I thought, yeah, I'm nearly done, got it all in. Put my credit card in, paid for the items, yep, I'm out of here, you know. And just as I was about to get out, this bloke to the right of me, who was literally just right here, just turned around, he said to me, "You just paid for my shopping." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, you just paid for my shopping." "How can I pay for your shopping?" He said, "Well, you put your card in my card machine, your card machine's there." I said, "Well, I thought that was hers." He said, "No, hers is down there, yours is there, and mine is here." And I'm like, oh, God, out loud. I'm thinking, well, how am I going to get out of this one? I said to him, "What are we going to do?" He said, "Well, first of all, you've got to pay for your shopping because you ain't paid for it yet, and that security guard over there is looking at you." And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes. I said, "I know I've got to pay for that shopping, but what we're going to do about the money I've just paid you, £65.50 or something." And he was like, he said, "Well, I'm all right." He said, "Christmas." He said, no, I'm joking. I'll go to the cash point and get it out for you." And I just thought, for crying out loud, what a thing to do, pay for someone else's shopping. I mean, it's so tight in there. The card machines are so close to each other. You know, when you're in a rush, you're not thinking properly. And Isabella's mucking about over there, so I've got one eye on her. Just wasn't thinking. So embarrassing. And another time, I went out for a beer with my dad. I ordered one of those Uber cabs. And it texts you on your phone when the cab's arriving in the street. So I thought, great, I'll go outside and I'll have a look for the cab. Must be coming down the road. So I've gone out there and I see this car come down. And just as I got to the end of my green, I see the person. I'm looking like that into the car to see if it's the right person. You get a little picture, don't you, of the driver that comes up. And I just see this hand go up like that. I thought, right, great, that's got to be it. Open the door, sat down in the cab, turn around, and it's my next door neighbour. My next door neighbour was just pulling up to pick her husband up, and she thought, I don't know what she was thinking. I think she was waving because she saw it was me, but I just thought it was a cab, so I just got in it. So that was another really embarrassing moment, getting into my next door neighbour's car without even thinking. Must be getting old, guys. 45, 46 this year, 2017. Blimey, it's just whizzing past. Now, 2016 was a roller coaster ride for me, guys. It really, really was. And we're going to have a look at that in this week's video. We're going to have a look at 2016. What happened? What did I buy? What did I sell? What happened? We're going to do a bit of gameplay of an awesome game at the end of this video. And we're going to do a few pickups. So, and we're going to do Q&A as well. We're going to do a new thing for my YouTube channel because I've had a few people asking a lot of questions. And I think it was Underwater guy. I don't know your name, mate, but he said, "Why don't you do Q&A?" I said, "Yeah, why not? I'm not going to make a big section of it. But I thought we'll do 5-10 minutes of Q&A, which would be quite cool, because I get quite a lot of questions. So we'll do that as well. But first of all, let's have a look at what I've been picking up. Haven't got much to show you guys. And then we'll have a look at 2016, the review. Right guys, pickups. Now these are not Christmas presents. This is just stuff I picked up just before Christmas. And you know, I've been wanting some artwork for this wall. It's really bare, and I've been hunting around for ages, and really undecisive what I want. You know, I'm glad I don't have to choose a tattoo, because I would never get there. I really wouldn't. I'd like a tattoo, but I can never find the artwork that I'd never get bored with. You know, I change my artwork in these games around quite a lot because I get bored of it after a while. And I think I feel like that if I got a tattoo. So I've never got a tattoo done, but I do admire the cool artwork that people have done on tattoos, but I could never have one done, guys, because I would just get bored of it. And of course it's there to stay, whereas, you know, posters, you can take them down after a while. Now I picked up this. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm going to get it framed, and it's going to go just above my Virtual Boy and my Space Launcher Cocktail on this side. It's a really cool, colourful, it had to be Nintendo, right? It had to be a Nintendo related poster, of course. And it had to be something that sort of symbolises Nintendo as a company, as a whole. So, and it is one of my favourite games on the Wii U. So I had to get this, guys. It is a Smash Brothers Wii U poster, because it's got all the characters there. It's really, really cool. And it just pops out with colour and character, and I can't wait to get this framed and up on the wall. It's really, really nice. So really chuffed to get that, and finally a nice piece of artwork to go up on the wall. I know it's not retro, but you know, I'm into new stuff as well, and this is one of my favourite games. I absolutely love it. So really cool to get that poster. I'm looking forward to getting that framed in the new year. Next up, now this I've been hunting down for ages, guys, and they go for over 100 quid now on eBay. Really hard to find one under that sort of price. And one day I go into Nintendo, the official UK Nintendo shop now and again, and it was there. It was up for the retail price, 50 quid, and I thought, brilliant, buy it now. And straight away I texted my mates and said, it's in Nintendo UK official shop, I've got it in, buy it now. They went straight on there and it had gone. So I must have got the last one. I really must have done, because there's still dust on it. They must have found this at the back of the warehouse somewhere. It is the limited edition box set of Hyrule Warriors, which I love this game. If you have never played sort of Dynasty Warriors, it's that kind of a game. But it's really, really good, and they've added so much downloadable content to this game. You can use your amiibos to update, get new weapons. It's a really, really cool game. Loved it. I finished it, and you know what? I'm going to try and go through it again eventually. This comes with a scarf. Not that I'm going to use the scarf, but it's just lovely to get a Zelda limited edition box set for 50 quid. It's well chuffed with that. So yeah, I'm not going to get it out, guys, but you can see the artwork. It's really, really cool. And it comes with a game and just this scarf. I just love it for the box art, man. It's so cool. So yeah, that was nice to pick up for 50 quid in the shop. Now I've got a load of DS games here. Really into my 3DS, as you know, guys. And I thought I'd grab this. This is Sega 3D Classics collection. Now I was looking to get this for my Japanese 3DS, the Super Famicom one. But they go for like twice as much money, and I just thought, you know what, Argos is doing this for 24 quid, so I just got it on the regular 3DS. I haven't played it, haven't even opened it yet, but it's got the Sonic classics on there. Gruss, you should get this, mate, if you're into Sonic, which I know he is. It's got Power Drift on there, Galaxy Force, Fantasy Zone, Altered Beast, some really good games on there. And I think that this is number 2, isn't it? No, this is number 1, but I think there is a Sega Classics 2 as well, but it only came out in Japan. So I'll have to get that for the Super Famicom 3DS that I've got. So really chuffed to get that. I haven't played it yet because I'm really busy playing another game at the moment, which I'll go into in a minute. Also picked up the Mega Man Zero collection. It's a collection of the Zero games on here, from 1 to 4. Which I've never played any of them, and again, this was a bargain on eBay. Had to pick this up, guys. Really like the Mega Man franchise. It's really, really cool. So if you see this game, guys, pick it up. Might be a game that's worth a bit of money in the future. That's the Mega Man Zero collection. And this game, guys, I've heard so many good things about this game, and I've played the Game Boy Advance version, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's really retro. It's a fantastic platform game. It's Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for the 3DS. I'm so glad they released this on this. It's a fantastic series, totally underrated game, guys. I've played a little bit of it and I'm absolutely loving it, but I didn't want to get any further because I still want to finish this other 3DS game that I'll tell you about in a minute. But yeah, guys, if you've got a 3DS, this is a must-buy. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, absolutely brilliant. I'm sure they've got to bring her out for Super Smash Bros. Because she's such an awesome character. She attacks with her hair, so she swings her hair around. That's kind of her attack weapon. It's really, really cool. Some lovely end-of-level bosses in this. Really cool game. And also, I got Castlevania Order of the Ecclesia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, I've got the American versions, which I actually prefer the artwork of. I did have the UK version. I thought, well, if I've got the 2 American ones, I've got to get the 3rd one in American. So I've got all 3 Castlevania now for the DS. And I do believe this is the best one. Sorry, Portrait of Ruin is supposed to be the best one, actually. So yeah, really chuffed to get that. Really nice series to get on the DS. So yeah, can't wait to play those, guys. And I'll be selling this one. If anyone wants this one, let us know. And that's about it. That's all my pickups, except for the arcade stuff, which we'll go into a little bit. But first of all, I want to just have a look at 2016. We'll just have a look, just have a chat about that, what games I picked up and what games I sold. So yeah, let's have a little review of 2016. So 2016, guys, what a year. Real roller coaster ride for me. Some fantastic events that I've attended. And I obviously started the game room tours. If you haven't watched them, guys, go back. I'm up to number 6 now. I started that in 2016 with Tony Temple, the world champion at Missile Command. He had a fantastic collection of arcade machines there, real neat and tidy selection of games that he absolutely loves and he plays a lot of. And then we had Ian Insky, which I still go back and watch that video. It's so funny when he gets in that pole position cockpit cab, and that's where he sits and watches the TV, which I found absolutely hilarious. Guys, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's so funny. And then we had Mac the Knife. What an amazing collection Mark had there. Unbelievable. All from the car boot as well. And then we had Cine Steve. Very compact, very neat and tidy collection. You know, you've got to appreciate everybody collects in a different way, you know. And, you know, some people are quick to cuss or don't like the way he does, but, you know, people are each their own, you know what I mean? It is just a hobby at the end of the day, and people collect in their own way. And Cine Steve, you know, he had an amazing collection. Loved his candy cabs and his computer stuff as well, which was really cool. And who did we have next? I think we had Retro Dave next, which was really good. I mean, Retro Dave's a good friend of mine, consider Dave a good friend, and his collection, being a Nintendo fan, for me, that was probably one of the best to see. And then we had, of course, Harry Bolt, who had an unbelievable arcade collection. And a real mixture for a guy who was really young. He liked a lot of the old Vector games, which I absolutely love. And also he likes a lot of the shooting games, the big arcade games. I mean, not my thing at all, but I, appreciate that that's what the guy's into. Great experience, very sort of immersive games, but absolutely you've got to need some space for that stuff, and I just haven't got the space, to be honest with you. So yeah, some really cool game room tours, and if you haven't checked them out, guys, go and watch them because they're great fun to watch. And also the Sky Skipper last year, I kept a lot of it under wraps for quite a while. I was desperate to tell you guys what was happening, and eventually, I told the story, got the website up and running. and the whole story of this unreleased arcade game by Nintendo that I'd found last year. Finally, I sold one of the PCBs to Whitney Roberts in America, and with his connections he got hold of Billy Mitchell, who was the Donkey Kong World Champion. Of course, he was in King of Kong. I'm going to be doing Skype calls with him fairly soon, because we've got to organise the unveiling of Skyscraper here in the UK. He managed to get Whitney Roberts into the vaults at NOA, Nintendo of America, to see the only Skyscraper in existence, and we managed to scan the whole machine, all the artwork for our project, because we're obviously going to replicate that cabinet and have a proper Skyscraper PCB running in the machine, which is absolutely incredible. So that was a real highlight for the year for me, getting the Skyscraper website up and running, and just seeing all the artwork unfold, which we've still yet to release. There's still loads of artwork that Muddy Music's working on, so I can't wait to see all of that, guys. And I've got to get that cab. I've got a Popeye cab in there. Actually, it's around my friend Mark's. He's just working on the monitor, and I've got to get that stripped and resprayed, ready for an event this year. So really looking forward to that in 2017, the Skyscraper reveal. I've got my little book here that Daz gave me, just some notes here I've got to refer to, because there's so much to talk about. So yes, we had the Skyscraper, we had the game room tours, pickups. I picked up that little Sheriff cocktail machine, do you remember that? And started to restore. I did one video and haven't done any more on that because I got ill. I don't know if you know, guys, I got a burst appendix about 3 months ago, which was real touch and go. I was in hospital with an infection for about a week, which really knocks you, guys. It really does knock you, and really does make you think about life and how quickly. And you know, a lot of people have been taken away in 2016, a lot of famous people, as we know. And I had a family member, my auntie died last year. So, you know, it just puts perspective on life when you're ill and in hospital like that. And it was a real low point in my life, that was. But you know, I recovered very quickly. You know, I'm not one of these people to hang around, sit around in hospitals. I wanted to get up and out, and I had to. You know, that's life. It forces you out there to get back on your feet, get out there working, earning the money again, providing for your family, and that's what I did. And I recovered really quickly. You know, in the space of a month, I was back laying slabs. You know, because I was in the middle of a job, patio laying slabs, and I got ill. I thought I'd never go back, but I did. I went back, finished the job, and the client was really happy. So that was really, really good that I managed to recover so quickly. So yeah, cab pickups. I mean, I picked up the Sheriff cocktail. I can't remember whether I picked up anything else. Only that Popeye machine. And I actually sold a couple of machines as well. Now, I don't know if you remember, guys, I mean, I don't normally show them in the videos. I've only shown them in one video. And if you go back to my Helifire video, you'll see these machines in that video. They are these Nintendo Battle Sharks from 1976. Now, I acquired these a couple of years ago from an American air base in Germany. I got 2 of them. They're huge, great big metal casing cabinets, and they run a 16mm film inside, which is projected up onto a half mirror. And you've got a big gun, and the film runs around, and you're actually looking at a real film. And you're shooting the planes down or the boats down, depending on what film's in there. And when you hit a plane or a boat, on the film, if you look, the film's in 2 halves, and there's a mirror. When you hit a little sensor behind, it switches the mirror, so you see the bottom half of the film of the plane crashing. It's really, really well done, and amazing to see how these early arcade machines were built. Now, I remember some of the early arcade machines like that, but I have no connection with Battle Shark, and they were such big machines, and they weren't here. They were stored at my good friend Ian, who's been looking after them for far too long. And hats off to you, mate. I don't know how you put up with it. And I never had the time to go around there and sort them out, and because we didn't have the test film, I could never see them working. We actually got them working, but you need the test film to calibrate the gun, which we didn't have. So in the end, I ended up selling them and making a loss, quite a big loss on them. But you know, in the end, they went to a good home. They've gone up to Anthony Graham, who's actually part of the Retro Games Party that supply all the cabs for replay, and hopefully he's going to get at least one of them going. The other one might be going to the British Film Museum, which would be nice because they are really museum pieces. I'm not a museum, you know. I want to play my games. I don't want games sitting around that are not working. So hopefully one's going to go to the museum. Auntie Graham's going to get the other one working. Hopefully, guys, you'll see one of them at replay working, which is absolutely incredible. These are uber rare early Nintendo arcade machines, but they're not video, they're not raster monitors, they are actually film that runs inside on a 16mm projector. So I got rid of those finally, only a couple of weeks ago actually. And also I sold my Space Firebird cocktail, which was a quite reluctant sale, but you know, I needed the money at the time and I don't really have the space. And to be honest with you, I like a lot of my machines as original as possible, and even though when I picked that up it was in a right old state and there was nothing else you could do with it except buy repro art for it, which I did. I got a new CPO done, got a new artwork for the top of the table. For me it just didn't quite have it, you know. I need it as original as possible, and there was just something about it that wasn't perfect how I wanted it, so I sold it, got a good price, so that went. But you know, I do miss Space Firebird. It's a cracking game, it really is. So yeah, all in all, I mean, it's been a good year. I've picked up, I mean, my SNES collection's got bigger. I've managed to get over 110 games now I've got to do another SNES video because I've got more to show you. But yeah, I'm really happy with the Super Nintendo collection now. It's still about another 50 games that I want for it and then I'm done, you know. I'm not going for a complete collection or anything like that. I just want the games that are really good and the games that I played back in the day. So yeah, really chuffed with that. As you can see, guys, it's coming on. That is my gaming wall of all my console games. So really chuffed with for that, picking up all those games, and hopefully more will be happening next year, more pickups. So yeah, overall, I'm glad to see the back of 2016. I think many of you are as well. I mean, maybe you had a good 2016. I mean, there were some aspects, work picked up and stuff, but what with my illness and all these lovely stars, these talented people that passed away, you know, I'm glad to see the back of it. I'm looking forward and I'm positive for 2017. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. So guys, that is my little review of 2016. I hope yours was good, and you know, I'm really looking forward to 2017. What we're going to do now is going to do a little bit of Q&A. Got a few questions someone wants to ask me, and then we're going to go in and have a look at the arcade pickups and do an awesome gameplay of one of them. So guys, this is the Q&A. This is a few questions that I've been asked to answer by Underwater Level, who follows this channel. Thanks, Matt. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I will be including this in future videos. Just a small little section. Now, he asked me what are my top 5 games over a selected amount of consoles. Well, I've just pulled 3 consoles out here, which is my Super Nintendo, my Game Boy Advance, and my DS. They're probably my favourite ones, to be honest with you. And in no particular order, there's no number 1 in any of these. They're just my top 5 games, okay? Now yours might be completely different, but these are the ones I had the most fun with and games that I go back to and really enjoy. So I'm going to start off with the 3DS, which is a fantastic system. It really is. And I'll be sad to see it go when they close it down, to be honest with you. I just hope that a lot of developers that develop games for 3DS are going to jump onto the new Switch, and that's where I think the Switch is really going to be you know, heads above the rest of the other machines, you know, because they're going to have the R&D department of the 3DS jump on board with the main console, and I just think there's going to be you know, a shed load of games for it. Well, that's what we're hoping, and that's what it's all about, guys. It's about the games. So without further ado, 3DS, my top 5 games, starting with Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. What a fantastic game. Now, this guy who developed this game, he's been at it a very long time. He's one of the pioneers of this kind of turn-based strategic game. His name is Julian Gallop. He created Chaos, which is one of my favourite games of all time on the Sinclair Spectrum. And then he went on to create Rebel Star. And you guys probably know, if you're a little bit younger than me, he did the UFO Enemy Unknown series. which is probably one of my favourite, to be honest with you. But when I heard he was developing this game for the 3DS, I jumped straight on board, and what a game it is, guys. If you like your turn-based strategic games, this is fantastic. Spent a lot of time in this game, absolutely really loved it. Zelda, Link Between Two Worlds, really enjoyed this. Got a little bit lost in the beginning because you could go your own path, you know, you didn't have to do it in any particular order. But once I got past that, I really enjoyed it. I love the new gameplay mechanic where you can hide in the wall. Really nice. You know, what do you expect from Nintendo? Absolutely brilliant. Super Smash Bros. Being one of my favourite games at the moment of this new genre. And was pleased to see this come onto the handheld, and you know, I take this with me wherever I go, just for a quick blast. It's fantastic, love it. So that's 3, 4. Oh right, okay. I think yes, there's 4. 4 Pilot Wings. Now I'm a massive fan of Pilot Wings. I used to love anything airborne. I'm loving it. You know, I used to do a lot of skydiving in my late teens. And I just love that sense of being up high, relax. It's such a relaxing game, and being up in a glider is so relaxing, and this game captures that completely. Such a great game, nice little challenges. Really enjoyed it. I really do hope they bring this to the Switch, because I really do love this series. And finally, the game that I've been playing non-stop over Christmas, absolutely brilliant game, is Fire Emblem Fates. Now I picked this up, as you know, a couple of weeks ago. This is the limited edition box set, which comes with all 3 games: Birthright, Conquest, and what's the other one? Revelation. And I've made a little bit of a mistake, to be honest with you. I've started playing Birthright, which I've been told, I only found this out sort of 5 or 10 hours in, that's the easiest one. And I can see why, because I am getting through it quite quickly. I'm on chapter 24 or something like that. And I'm really enjoying it. But the storyline is fantastic. You know, that's what's really kept me in this game. The storyline is absolutely brilliant. And the gameplay is great. But my only gripe with this game, because I mean, it is a strategic turn-based game like Ghost Recon. There's no ranged attacks in this. You know, you can't put a sniper out, and you know, if you've got like an enemy down in the valley, you can't have a sniper up here who can shoot down from a distance. There's none of that in this game, which I really do miss. So you end up going through the game in a group, which I'm not used to. But where this game really does become into its own is the characters and the way you develop them, and with their partnerships with other characters. You know, you can get married and have children, and they develop abilities from both of you and go on to become really powerful. So I absolutely love this game. It's absolutely brilliant. If you can pick up the limited edition, guys, pick it up, because it's got all 3 games on here. Otherwise you've got to buy all the 3 games separately. Don't know why I've done that, and it's a lovely box set too. So that is my top 5 3DS games. There's loads more. You know, there's loads more good games on the 3DS. Next up is the Game Boy Advance. Now, what a fantastic system this is. So many games to choose from, but I've picked up favourite of mine that I played fairly recently. Absolutely love these games. WarioWare. God, this had me laughing all the way through. What a fantastic game. Just, they're like little micro games within mini games. That's the best way I can describe it. So it's really fast paced. You've got to be really quick, and I think it's good for the brain. You know, you need really quick reactions, and it's just a fun game to play, guys. If you haven't picked this up, WarioWare is so good. And it's got Sheriff Game in it as well, so it's going to be a hit with me straight away. Fantastic game. Next up is Kuri Kuri Kurin, which is a great little puzzle game where you sort of got this little guy with a hat with a helicopter on, and you've got to negotiate around the map without touching the sides. So it's very arcadey. Fabulous game. I've actually got the Japanese version of this as well, because I just love the artwork. Isn't that cool? Really good game. Next up, again, I've got both versions, the Japanese one as well and the American, is Drill Dozer. God, this is such a good game, guys. You need to pick this up. It's such a great platform game. Comes with a rumble feature as well, so if you've got a Game Boy Advance, you can stick the rumble pack in the bottom. Brilliant, brilliant game. Very clever level design, guys. A must-have for your GBA. Got to say Metroid, haven't I? I was going to bring both the Metroids down, Zero and Fusion, but I'll just go with Fusion because I really enjoyed this game. Again, I've got both versions. I'm a massive Metroid fan. As you can see, I've got my new t-shirt on. Hope you like that, guys. It's Samus Aran t-shirt. What a fabulous game. So atmospheric. I use a lot of the music in my videos. What can I say? It's Metroid, you know. If you like Castlevania, you like Metroid. You know, they're very similar. But this has got a great storyline, and I just hope they bring it on the Switch. I really, really do. They need to. Such a fantastic game. Next up is Rebel Star Tactical Command. This is another Julian Gallup game. So this is similar to UFO Enemy Unknown. So if you like your tactical turn-based games, this is absolutely brilliant. It's by the same guy again. And, you know, I prefer this actually over Fire Emblem. It's just, I don't know, it's old school, but I like it. I like the way you can do ranged attacks and stuff like that. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love that game. And next up is F-Zero Climax, which only came out in Japan. This is like a game show. It's a bit like Smash Brothers with the kind of game show host and all of that. It's totally out there. Fast-paced, brilliant music. It's F-Zero, guys. But this only came out in Japan, so you can only get the Japanese copy like this one here. So that is my top 5 Game Boy Advance games. Next up, I know you're dying to see this, the Super Nintendo. Now, this was the hardest one to choose from, guys, because there is so many good games for the Super Nintendo. And, I don't know, this was difficult. Really, really difficult to pick 5. But I've done it. First up, Contra 3 Alien Wars. Absolutely fantastic game. Loads of nostalgia for me playing this again. It's just the music. I love the Mode 7. A lot of people knock the Mode 7. I absolutely love that level. The big bosses, the way they crash through. I remember that when I first saw it. I was just like, oh my God, this is scary. You know, it's such a great fun game. It really is. And look at the artwork on that box. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, no particular order. There's no number 1 here. I love Saturday Night Slam Masters. When my mate comes round, we always play this. Great fun. So if you like kind of Final Fight and wrestling games, you'll love this. It's got a lot of humour to it. The way you spit out, jump in the ring, you spit out all the beer, whatever you've been drinking, and doing jumps. And it's just such a brilliant game. Absolutely love this. That's Saturday Night Slam Masters. Got to mention Link to the Past. One of the best and favourite Zelda games of all time. This one's still sealed. I do have an open copy, but I managed to get this really cheap, so I picked it up. Fabulous game. If you haven't played it, guys, it's one of the best in the Zelda franchise. Really, really is. And next up is R-Type 3. I always go back and play this game. Okay, it's got a little bit of slowdown, but the music, the atmosphere, it's a fantastic shooter. It really, really is. And graphically, it looks amazing on the Super Nintendo. One of the best shoot-em-ups on the SNES, without a doubt. Yeah, R-Type 3. What a brilliant game that is. And last of all, Pocky and Rocky 2. Picked this up very recently. Absolutely love this. Again, graphically, this looks amazing. The music's brilliant. It's like a vertical, side-scrolling shoot-em-up. It actually came out in the arcade as well. There's actually an arcade PCB of this, not of 2, but of Pocky Rocky 1, which I haven't played yet. I must play that on MAME, see what it's like. But yeah, what a game, man. It's got to be one of my favourite games in the Super Nintendo collection. So glad to pick this up this year. So that's it, guys. And also, he asked me another question. What is the most expensive and the cheapest game you've ever picked up? Well, the most expensive game is Sheriff. As you know, I've wanted that for a long time. It's been in the collection now, what, 3 years? And, you know, it's never going to be sold. But I paid £2,500 for that. And I went to Luxembourg to get that. So I overall, the cost of getting there, getting the game fixed and everything, it's cost me well over £3.5 for Sheriff. But you know, that's a game I've wanted, and it's an arcade machine. It's never going to go down in value. It's Nintendo, you know, it's going to hold its value. If not, it's gone up since then, because there's only there's 3 known upright Sheriffs in the world. And I've got one of the best looking ones out of the 3, because the one that popped up in Japan recently on Yahoo Auctions was missing the monitor and the PCB. The only other one is from a guy in Austria. His name's Alexis as well. He owns the other Sheriff. So really there's only 2 working Sheriffs in the world, uprights, that we know of. So yeah, that's the most expensive game. I guess console games, the most expensive one is Pocket Rocky 2. You know, that cost me about 400 quid, but you know, it's a game that I absolutely love, so no big deal forking out that sort of money for a game that you enjoy. And I'm a collector, you know, that's what collectors do. They buy games that they want and collect things. That's what we do, isn't it? That's what you're tuned into, isn't it, guys? The cheapest game, well, none of these games are cheap unless you pick them up at Car Boots, and I have picked up stuff at Car Boots, but normally I've sold them on. You know, I've picked up sort of, is it Tubin? No, not Tubin. There's a PS1 game that goes for a lot of money. I think it is Tubin, isn't it? And it's one of these really rare PS1 games I picked up for like £1, and it goes for like 100 quid. That's probably the cheapest game I ever picked up. I've sold that on. But this game, I paid about 10 quid for when it came out. And it's Retro Game Challenge. And this is one of the best games on the DS. Honestly, guys. But this goes for like 80 to 100 quid now. So sought after. There was a limited run of these, and it is absolutely fantastic, guys. If you can find one of these going cheap, pick it up. It is absolutely brilliant. So they're all sort of retro games, and they're like challenges. So you've got 2 little kids, and you've got like a game master, and he sets you challenges. He gives you a car. You actually put it in the console, and the game comes up. And the games are like Gallagher and Off-Road, all those sort of early 8-bit games, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's so addictive. The music's brilliant. One of my favourite games on the DS, but goes for a hell of a lot of money now. So that's it. That is my Q&A. Any of you guys got any more questions, please ask, and we'll do it in the next video. I'm looking forward to this, actually. This section is quite cool. So with that done, guys, let's move on to the arcade pickups. We're going to go into the summer house now, have a look at the arcade pickups I've got, and we're going to do a gameplay of one of them. So here we are, guys. This is my summer house. It's a bit of a mess right now. I've got cocktails down here, and a jammer cab over here, an NVS jammer cab, which I've just turned on. It's making an awful crackling noise, so I've just turned it straight off. But fortunately, the Astroids deluxe, which actually is not mine, this is on loan. This is Harry Bolt's. Remember Harry Bolt from the last Game Room tour? This is actually his machine. But guys, this is a Grail arcade machine for me. I've always wanted an Astroids deluxe. I think it's a fantastic cabinet, brilliant game, and it's a vector monitor, which is just got that magic about it. It's got an awesome side art down here, guys. Look at this. Beautiful side art. And I just think it's a fabulous game. It really, really is. And so pleased to have this here. I know it's on loan, but I will be looking out for this game in 2017. And I'm actually looking out for a few more games to fill this summer house up, so I can have some meets this year. I'm hoping to get another 3 or 4 arcade machines in here. I've got games on my list like Zookeeper, iRobot, Robotron. These are sort of games I want in my collection, which will be in this summer house hopefully by the end of this year. But this, guys, for now will do me. It's on loan, and I'm just absolutely loving this game. So I'm going to set the camera up, see if we can do a bit of gameplay. Look at the control panel, guys. Really, really cool. Love that. And the marquee, which is one of the best marquees I've ever seen. Absolutely. I love space orientated games. You know, I'm from the 70s. I'm a 70s kid. I grew up with the whole space race. And, you know, it's always been a fascination with me, space, growing up as a kid. So having this game, there's just certain magic about it, you know. So I'm going to set the camera up, guys, see if we can capture some gameplay on this old vector game, Astroids Deluxe, which is One of the best arcade games ever made, in my opinion. Right guys, I'm going to try my best to film this. It's starting to steam up in here because of the condensation. I've got a cover over my head trying to block out the lights from the window. So I'll try my best. Now, this is such a cool game. And what makes it different than Astroids is you've got like a hexagon-shaped mothership that comes onto the field, and if you shoot it, it breaks up into loads of other little spaceships, and they follow you around until you destroy them. So it's got another dimension to the gameplay, what I absolutely love. And of course, instead of hyperspace now, you've got shields, which I actually prefer, because, you know, hyperspace, it kind of just randomly just put you anywhere on the playing field, and sometimes you ended up landing on top of an asteroid. But the shields are a lot better, I think. So here we go. Let's see how far I get. Love the sound. It's just a brilliant shoot 'em up, it really is. Whoa. There's my shields. I broke up too many, to be honest with you. It's starting to steam up a bit in here. First level done. I should put my shields on. Again, I'm not very good. I want to show you this mothership. There she is. Right. Best thing is to shoot the little ones first. Right now, it's just going to follow me. You see, I've got to leg it across the screen. Turn your back on them. And then leg it again. Ah, I got hit. Game over. Brilliant game. Let's give it one more try. Steaming up in here, a bit of mist on the front here, it's no big deal. Right, let's give it another go, see if we can get a bit further. Oh, come on, use your shields, man. Get bounced around. It's really difficult to film this. Ooh, lucky. Nice shot. Comes a little bugger, hate that one. Got him. Nicely done. Ah! Come on! I tend to just stick in the middle if I can. Got him. Extra life, is that? Oh no, it's the mothership. Try and shoot these little ones before. Got all of them on the screen at once, that's not good. Done it! Has he done it? Yes, he destroyed it. sound effects are just out of this world. Extra Life, 10,000, doing pretty well. Considering I'm trying to film, I do better when I'm concentrating, obviously, without the camera on me. But what a game, guys. Such a brilliant game. I could play this forever. It's old school. I think your shield runs out if you use it too much. It's starting to fade away now. Here she comes again. Got to leg it off the screen. Ah, got shot. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm steaming up in here. Really difficult to film because it's condensation on the front there, which is not probably that good. But that is Astroids Deluxe, one of my favourite arcade games of all time. Just take the cover off. We can have a look at it again. What a fantastic cab it really is. There we go. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed that gameplay. Really difficult to film that Vector Astroids because of the light. I had to put a sheet over my head and get in there, and of course I was steaming up in there, so it was a bit difficult, but such an awesome game. So nice to have that on loan in the collection, but I'm looking out for that. I'm also looking out for iRobot, Robotron, Zookeeper is another favourite game of mine. I'd love to have that in the collection, but these are uber rare games, so might be importing from America next year. We'll have to see how we go, but still. Be really cool for that summer house to have another arcade in there. Looking forward to that. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all the new subscribers and all those YouTubers out there. You make some fantastic videos. Really enjoy watching them. Some fantastic pickups. So keep those up, guys. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you on the next video. Probably another SNES video. Got a few more SNES games to show you, and there'll be plenty more game room tours this year. I've got a lot of travelling to do, to be honest. There's a few right up north that I've got to go and visit, so should be fun. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.